here. So I've been neglecting my pro YouTube channel, so I thought I would make a video just what I'm working on right now at the minute. Um, so on the left you see the Sionnach app, and then on the right you can see this new thing I'm working on. So this is behind the scenes. This is like an internal tool. And I thought maybe some people might be interested in seeing things like this, because a lot more goes into it than what you actually see in the end, which is the app. So this is one such tool to manage videos. So this is a new feature that should be in the next release, which is the home screen. So this is not on the app at the minute. This is in development, and it should be in the next release. So part of it is this section here, featured videos. We think this might be good for people, Irish learners, any videos that are interested, any videos that are of relevance to people learning Irish, like grammar or, news about Sionnach maybe, things like that. So this is in order to, interface with that. So on the right you can see this video management tool that I'm working on, and it allows you to add videos, change the labels, description, the order of them, without needing to update or reinstall anything like that. So it works in an asynchronous type of fashion. So let me just show you it in action. And I think this might be interesting because people don't really see stuff like this, but this is like its whole other app that takes time and effort, and thousands of lines of code, and needs to be maintained and updated, in sync with the app. Yeah, so maybe I'm just trying to give an excuse for why it might take time to get this done, but it's just me and Shane working on it. So yeah, let me show you. So I'm just going to get a random video. This is from my channel. I'll add it here, so you click plus. And let me stress, nobody's going to have access to this. This is an internal tool. This is just a kind of behind the scenes video. So you can see there, once I put the link in and clicked add video, it goes to YouTube and it pulls, just publicly accessible information. And when you click this, it actually links to YouTube. It links to whoever owns the video. It links to their video. So we're just pulling the things like the title, the description, the length of it, how many viewers, stuff like that. And you can go in and edit information about it. So this will edit how it's shown on the app. So let's see. Info. Yeah, I can do things like this. I should have done it when it showed on the screen. So let me actually feature it, and that's what will cause it to be shown on the actual app. And you can imagine, if you're a user, anywhere in the world, you're holding the app in your hand, you're looking at the home screen, you're going to see it update if me or Shane or our internal team clicks this. So I clicked it and it added it to the app, and I can go here and change the order of things. So you can see, yeah, that works. Let me go and change a description, and you'll see it updates in much the same way. Update it. I'll click update, and you can see the app updates. So let me add a few more. So these are just channels or videos that I like. I think I would go and, this isn't what's going to be on the app. I think I would go and maybe ask people, is it okay if we put your video on? And, I know technically, it's not illegal or anything, but I think we would do that. So I'll add a video, I'll add another video. This is from Shane's YouTube channel. I'll add the video. So we have 2 new videos. So the way it would work really in production is we would add the videos here. We would reorder them. And remember, this is just in dev. I still have stuff to do. I still have work to do on it. So this is not the final version or how it would work. So let's say it looks like this, and I'm happy with the order. Let's say I do that. I could edit it. Sionnach after format current style. Update, and then I choose to feature the videos, and they'll show here. So we think this is a cool new feature, this home screen as a whole. Imagine people aren't really interested in doing a lesson. Some people might not be interested in doing a lesson, but this gives them a reason, gives them a use to come into the app, maybe check the time and date or check if there's a new cool proverb or a new cool video. And then maybe they'll decide to do a lesson or something like that. Or maybe down the line, like you could imagine, say this person, say one of these people is like they actually have content, as in like courses on the app. Like you could imagine going here and seeing some more information like go to courses or go to profile. If, it would be like we would have a relationship with the person, they would choose that they wanted to, create courses. We would work with them, create courses, and then if the video say was here, and then the users could, maybe they enjoy the video, they could go and click and see what courses that this person has available on the app, that might be relevant. Or we could just say this is a video about say this one's about poetry. Maybe underneath you can click poetry and it will bring you to courses that are relevant to poetry or content that's actually in the video. So there's things that we could do maybe down the line, which is exciting, yeah. But anyway, the point of this video is to post something on YouTube and just show if anyone's interested, things behind the scenes that maybe you wouldn't have thought about. This is the obvious part, but there's a lot behind the scenes. This is like its own separate tool, and it's got a lot of code behind it to make it work. Dragging this video to here, if you imagine what's actually going on behind the scenes, it's recalculating the order, it's sending that to a database to update it. The app is then reading from that database to get the new order and reorder them. So yeah, maybe some people find this interesting. This is the video, that's it. I'm having fun. I'm really excited about Sionnach. I'm excited about where it could be, especially this new idea about getting the content to be created by the people who know the language and live in the language. I think that's something really interesting and something that you can't really get elsewhere. And if it's easy, if we just provide the tools that allow certain people to create content, to create structured lessons that are interactive. Maybe they have videos in the text, PDFs, interactive exercises where you're maybe even speech, and the actual if this person creates a course, and then you go to one of their courses, you do their course, it's got a video of them saying, hey, in this course we're going to go through this, and here's some ways to say hello, or whatever the case may be. You do exercises, maybe you do a speaking exercise, and maybe that person could actually give you feedback on your attempts at saying the sentence or word or whatever the case is, and kind of the same fashion, in this asynchronous fashion where you open your app and you've got a little message about feedback and you can go and try again. So these are all possibilities, and I think it would be really interesting, having lots of content, quality content, from many different people who have the language, live in the language, they have the knowledge that covers all the dialects. There's like something for everyone, along with all the general courses like beginner Munster, beginner, maybe just beginner Irish, where it doesn't really reference any dialect. These are all possibilities, and how that actually looks and how we do that is still open, but the ideas there, the visions there, and it's definitely possible for us to do that. There's nothing technical standing in our way either. So yeah, that's all I have at the minute. And yeah, if you click this, it'll open up YouTube. It's not actually in here. So yeah, even some people might want to have their videos featured here, and it might be a good thing to help them out, to get them viewers. If we have hundreds of people on the app at one time, and who knows how many people are going to be looking at it. And this is the home screen. This is where everyone who opens the app will hit first. So yeah, it could be good and beneficial for people. Who knows? So our plan here is just to put things that we find interesting at the minute, things that we think the users of the app will enjoy or like, or internal things that are to do with the app at this stage in its development. So that's what you can assume to see here when this update comes. I think it might be coming out this weekend, so it's the 18th of September 2025. I think it might be coming out this weekend, but we'll see. Nothing's set in stone with development. Yeah, Sionnach, Gaeilge agus feice mé sibh golóa tá sóil gan Sionnach, slán go fóil.